Hey friends, welcome back to Jenny Food and My Kitchen. I may be a northern girl, but you better know I love me some southern food. You know what I'm saying? Today, I am going to tick a couple boxes. Number one, we are making a breakfast to add to that slow Saturday morning breakfast list we've been building, as well as I am going to make one of my favorite southern treats, and that is cheesy grits for breakfast with my homemade turkey sausage and a fried egg on top, sprinkled with a little green onions. I mean, what could be better for breakfast? You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to eat. Let's make this. All right, let's talk ingredients. First of all, on this side, I have all the ingredients for my grits. Now, I've got some old-fashioned grits. You can certainly use quick cooking. I just tend to like these a little more, and it doesn't bother me to cook them a little bit extra. I've got 2 cups of water and 2 cups of milk. You can use either water or either milk. I just find that I like the half and half of water and milk the best. We're gonna add a little bit of salt, 2 tablespoons of butter, and some Gouda cheese. Now, Gouda makes it really Gouda. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited about this. And then over here for our turkey, I have 1.5 pounds of ground turkey. We are going to add some maple syrup, some parsley, some garlic powder, onion powder, some dried sage, and some dried thyme. Now, normally, and I've showed you this in a past video, normally I make this and then I patty it up and fry it, and then I put my patties in the fridge, and I've got like sausage for the week. Today I'm going to make this, and then we're just going to cook it all in the pan kind of loose, because we're going to top our grits with some sausage. And then today I'm going to put an egg on top, and like I said, I'm going to cut just a few green onions to garnish. Oh, this is going to be so good. Let's make this. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and grate this Gouda cheese. Now, this recipe says it only needs a cup of cheese, and we're going to start there. But if I think it needs more cheese, you better know I'm going to add more cheese. I like my grits cheesy, and I mean, I wouldn't be mad even if I added some additional garlic to it maybe. We'll give it a taste. I haven't made this in a while, but recently I was on a trip to Kentucky a couple times actually in the last month, and I had me some shrimp and grits. Anytime I get a chance to have grits down south, I'm gonna order them if they're on the menu, because I love grits. To me, they're just so creamy and comforting. I know it's one of those things that you either really love or really don't like at all, and I'm sad to say that most of my northern friends do not like grits. All right. Our cheese is grated, and that looks like that made about 2 cups, so we'll see how far we go with that. Next, we're gonna make that sausage. Now, I've got my 1.5 pounds of ground turkey right here, and we will do this last since it's liquid. Now, I need 1.5 teaspoons of sage, so we will just add that right in. There's 1.5 teaspoons. We're going to do the same thing with our thyme. So 1 teaspoon, hopefully I have 1.5 teaspoons. There is 1 teaspoon, and that's about 1/2. We're going to do the same thing with onion powder. 1 teaspoon and 1/2. All right, we're only going to do 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and that appears to be a good thing because my garlic powder, I'm going to actually use just a little tiny bit more than that. My garlic powder needs to be replaced. And then I'm going to go in with like 2 teaspoons of parsley. Now, this is optional. I kind of like it when there's that pop of green. Just makes me feel like I'm eating something healthy. So that's a total optional ingredient. You don't necessarily need the parsley. All right, we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt to start. And then lastly, we will add our maple syrup. And As always, this is real local syrup. This is made by a friend of mine who boils it down, who collects the sap from all of his own trees. He's pretty awesome, actually. All right, teaspoon and a half. All right, I'm just gonna roll up my sleeve and I'm gonna go in with my clean hands and just kind of get all that mixed up, the seasoning. This sausage is so good. I mean, and I love that I know what's in it. I don't personally always, my body does not love preservatives a lot, which is a good thing. I know how to cook. So anytime I can replace something with homemade, you know, where I know all the ingredients, it kind of works out better for me. All right, it is completely put together. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hands, and then we'll get going on our grits and our sausage at the back of the stove. I'm gonna get those grits going, turn my heat on to like a medium high, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let our water and milk mixture get hot. And I'm gonna go ahead and let that butter get going. So we'll add that right in. Here's our butter. All right, then once I see little bubbles forming and this is getting hot, we will go ahead and add our grits and start mixing. All right, our milk and water mixture is boiling. Now, I've been just kind of scraping this a little bit just to make sure that that milk doesn't scorch on the bottom. So we are going to add our cup of grits and just kind of whisk those in as we dump those. All right, I'm just gonna keep whisking for a little bit. Now I'm gonna set my timer for 15 minutes. Let that go for a little bit. Now I am gonna go ahead and light that back one on kind of a medium low. And I am just gonna move this to the back there and let that go. And then while those grits are going on the back, I'm gonna get started on our turkey sausage. I think that'll be done right around the same time. All right, just continuing to scrape that bottom of the grits while we're cooking our turkey sausage. Our turkey sausage is just about done. I'm just getting those last few pieces browned and just trying to do my best to kind of break this up. Now, we will be using this for the rest of the week. I mean, this would be good on pizzas and omelets. If you're doing like a hash with potatoes and eggs, this would be really good. Also, I mean, of course, I normally make this in patties. It is delicious. I'm stirring these grits every 2 minutes, making sure that it's not sticking on the bottom. We've got 6 minutes left. When there's about 3 minutes left, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add that cheese. All right, friends, our sausage is completely browned. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that to the side. I'm going to turn that to low, turn the other burner off. I'm going to slide those grits back up front. Now, I have been stirring these like every couple of minutes, just making sure nothing gets caught on the bottom. So far, so good. So I am going to start with a cup of that cheese and let that just melt into that. Honestly, I think I'm just going to turn that off and let that cheese melt. I'm going to add just about a half a teaspoon of salt. just gonna mix all that in really good. Get that cheese in there. Ooh, these are looking creamy and they smell wonderful. I'm gonna give that a quick taste and see where we're at. If we need more cheese. I think we could go in with just a little bit more cheese. So I added about another half a cup of cheese, but that's just a personal, I mean, they were cheesy, but I like them cheesy. I'm gonna go ahead and put those completely off the heat, cover those, they'll stay warm, and then lastly, we are going to fry up 1 egg. All right, I've got my heat on medium. I'm just gonna add a little butter to that pan. All right, let's get that egg in the pan. All right, we've got our egg in the pan. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of draw that up a little bit, that white part. Ooh, this looks good. Kind of put that in the center. And however you like your eggs would be good. If you like them scrambled, if you like them over easy, if you like them sunny side up, if you like them over medium like me, I enjoy my eggs to be over medium, especially when I'm putting it on top of something. I want a little bit of thick yolk, not so super runny, but just a little bit. So I am just going to kind of use my spatula and flip that over. And we'll let that go a minute or so. All right, I'm going to turn that heat off, and then I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to build this breakfast. Everything is finished, and I'm going to show you exactly how we are going to build this plate. Now, I'm starting with some of our good, creamy, cheesy grits. Now, this should make enough for about 4 to 5 people. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of put that in the bottom of the bowl. Swirl that around just like that. And then I'm going to pick up my egg and kind of add that to the side. And then we will just crumble this with a little bit of sausage. And that sausage goes a long way. And then just because I can, I think I'm going to add just a little bit of cheese. There was a little bit of that cheese left. And we'll go in lastly with some green onions. Ah, that looks so good, friends. All right, let's give this a taste. All right, friends, there you have it. Our sausage and egg and a little bit of cheese, cheesy grits breakfast. I mean, if you could smell what it smells like in my kitchen right now, I wish you were here. We could have breakfast together. All right, I'm gonna cut into this. I had to wait and take pictures, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering. All right, let's see how we did. I'm gonna take a little bit of that cheesy grits, piece of egg, piece of sausage with some onion. Oh, that is like the perfect bite. Wow. Oh my gosh. That is so Saturday morning. Like, I just need a bougie cup of coffee. Don't talk to me for 30 minutes. That's how good this is. Friends. Now, if you like a different kind of cheese, like cheddar, maybe I didn't say this before, cheddar or Swiss, or I just really like the Gouda, and that was a good quality Gouda. So it had almost like a Parmesan cheese, like that aged taste. France. I am not mad at me today at all. This is delicious. You should make this. I'm taking another bite. That's a knockout. That's so good. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a like and a share, and please leave a comment if you would like to try this. This is so good, and you saw me do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Friends, we'll see you later. Have a great breakfast. Have a great day. Bye for now.